Thank you very much for being here today. I truly appreciate it. During your confirmation process, I had shared a story with you, and it was a heartbreaking story about one of my constituents, Sarah Root. Sarah was killed by an illegal immigrant that was drunk driving with 3 times the blood alcohol content of the legal limit, 3 times over the limit. Using a loophole in the federal law, that killer, he fled the country and he vanished for years. But thanks to your leadership, and the work of many of the brave men and women of DHS and the State Department, Sarah's killer was arrested in Honduras in a matter of days after our conversation, and was extradited back to the United States. He is in Omaha, Nebraska now, and he is going through the court system there. And believe you and me, Sarah's mother, Michelle Root, her father, Scott Root, and her brother, Scotty Root, thank you day in and day out, and President Trump for having the wherewithal to follow through to bring her killer to justice. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you for telling Sarah's story. I know you had to for many, many years. That was the first time Honduras actually extradited someone for homicide. And so I think it's very important, the precedent we set, the relationship that we built there, so that we are able to get some justice for Sarah's family. And thank you for being passionate about her. And that just proves that telling your story and telling her story doesn't fall on deaf ears with this administration.
It certainly doesn't. And I want to take this time and just to point out the difference in the administrations. So after this killer fled from prosecution in the United States, he was on ICE's most wanted list. That was in the Trump administration. When President Biden came into office, he actually took this killer, Edwin Mejia, off of the most wanted list. They weren't actively trying to find him.
Right.
They didn't care about Sarah's plight, nor that of her parents. President Trump came back into office, and again, within that first month of President Trump being in office and you being sworn in, we had located him in Honduras and was able to negotiate for the extradition of this killer back to the United States. This family deserves justice, and I'm glad that they are getting it. So thank you, Secretary Noem. Just a few moments ago, you said that you have provided the committee, quote, with 50,000 pages from COVID and the origins. I haven't seen any of those pages yet. Will you commit to ensuring that I am able to see those 50,000 pages?
Yeah, certainly. They were given to the chairman at his request, and I'll certainly forward
and
them
those
to you as well.
Those documents are up, and your staff does have access to them.
Okay, great. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know that the Biden administration had blocked us from seeing that information. So I think it's really, really important that those of us on the committee that have pursued the origins of COVID have the opportunity to review those documents. So thank you. Just in the remaining time that I have, I want to talk a little bit about the DOJ work that we have going on, and you've been a very good partner with DOJ. And I want to commend your recent efficiency. You've enhanced election integrity, and you've saved taxpayer dollars. And in October of 2024, my home state of Iowa uncovered over 2,000 cases of non-citizens. Iowa, 2,000 cases of non-citizens registering to vote or voting after self-identifying as non-citizens at the DMV. This happens every day, folks. The previous administration, again, Joe Biden's administration, obstructed Iowa's request for immigrant verification records in the days before our federal election. This is unacceptable, and I'm grateful that you tackled this issue immediately. Some people may say 2,000 people, no big deal, but I will remind remind you that in one of our congressional districts, in the case of Marionette Miller Meeks, who's now a congresswoman, she won her race by 6 votes. It matters. Thank you, Secretary Noem, for doing the right thing, and I yield.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to try to do a quick round of 5 minutes one more time.